Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Cody Johnson reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Tuesday, June 11th. Tonight we have a report on a Moses Lake couple arguing they did what they should have to help their 3-year-old son when he was sick, and how the state found the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District failed to follow the law when they bought a modular home. We also look at Quincy's consideration of a 10-year plan to work on their water towers, and how state lawmakers aren't done yet with working on a state budget. In sports, 2 Pac-12 teams have reached the College World Series tournament, and we have an update on the U.S. Open, which starts on Thursday. Our spotlight story tonight is about the return of Native American tribes to Soap Lake for a powwow. And we've got the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight, a Moses Lake couple is arguing they did everything they should have before their son was taken to the hospital. Robert and Michelle Stotts are each charged with criminal mistreatment in the 1st degree and criminal mistreatment in the 2nd degree after their nearly 3-year-old son was reportedly found malnourished and having had a heart attack. The Stotts attorneys are asking for the charges to be dismissed. They argued the Stotts shouldn't be penalized for using alternative medicine, and a legal exception for a Christian scientist to ignore modern medicine makes the law unconstitutional. Prosecutors are objecting, and a hearing is scheduled for tomorrow. For more on this story, you can visit us online at ifiber1.com/news. State auditors had a problem with how the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District purchased a mobile home. The Washington State Auditor's Office issued a management letter to the district as part of its 2011 and 2012 audit. The office regularly audits government agencies for compliance with state and federal laws. The management letter contained one issue stating the district used the wrong method to purchase a $79,000 Marlette modular home. It was part of a plan to have a 24-hour manager housed at Conley Park. The board decided in February to sell the mobile home. The auditors said the district received quotes from 3 sources before purchasing the mobile home, but failed to follow the law on formal competitive bidding for items costing more than $40,000. Director Mick Hansen defended his decision by saying they wanted the highest quality, not the least expensive. And you can read more about this story at ifiber1.com/news. The Dale Red Pub Hydroplane Regatta is gearing up for this weekend's Soap Lake race. Race organizer Terry Anderson is looking for help putting on the event. He said they need 3 local boats to work as a rescue team on race day. 2 boats would be stationed in each turn on the course and would contain an American Powerboat Association official acting as an on-course judge. Organizers also need a boat to act as a towboat should a race boat break down on the water and need to be brought back to the pits. Anyone interested in assisting is asked to call Anderson at 509-760-3042. Quincy residents may see their water tanks getting a new coat of paint. The city is examining a 10-year, $2 million plan to fix wear on the city's 4 water tanks. A consultant said some work is needed for all of the tanks, with the most work going into the one closest to the city hall. The coating on the outside of the tank is flaking off. A 10-year payment plan was offered where they would pay each year, and it would include annual maintenance. The largest payments of $350,000 would be asked for in the 5th and 6th years of the contract. The council is considering the program and will vote on it during an upcoming council meeting. Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and are wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day, or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages with the latest from the iFIBER One Weather Center, and we've got sports and more news coming up.